Good evening, all of you, dear students, and all the colleagues. So, very long time. Today, I will briefly discuss about the diagrammatic representations of trophic levels in an ecosystem. So, all of you, do you heard about the ecosystem? So, ecosystem is a one of the phenomena of biotic and abiotic systems which comes together and interact with one another. In the ecosystem, living organisms are live and survive as per the requirements of the environment. In the living organisms, they know about how to tackle such types of obstacles that enter in hers or his lives. So today I will show some of the small chart which show and clear your doubts about the trophic levels. So starting from, so do you have it about producers? So producers are autotrophs. So what is the autotrophs? So autotrophs is one of the living organisms which they selfly produce their own food as per the requirement of the growth, development, and reproduction. They synthesize their food in the presence of sunlight, and it also requires many such important things which knowingly or unknowingly they required. So primary producers are firstly starting point of trophic levels. So what are the trophic levels? So trophic levels are the levels which show different types of living organisms including plants and animals, they having different natural survival rate. So primary producers are the producers which includes phytoplankton, grass, trees. Phytoplanktons are the small plants which synthesize their own food like grass, chlorophyll. Pigments both are the present and large trees. These are all three are the including in primary producers. Primary producers which is also called as a first trophic levels which includes the plants. After primary producers, the trophic levels is increase and they for the completion of cycles the primary producer shift into the primary consumers. Most of the earth or biospheres we show that large number of in these three examples are show for the completion of the cycle the primary producers are shipped into the primary consumers which is also called as the second trophic levels or herbivorous. So what are the herbivorous? Herbivorous are those organisms or living animals which can or they eat plants or they eat herb or shrub for the living and growth and reproductions. Such animals like zooplankton, grasshoppers, and crow. We also know that grasshoppers is a arthropod which they eat a grass. So this is the second trophic level or called as the primary consumers which consume the producers. They eat only green or chlorophyll containing or primary food which required and produced in the environment. Next, primary producers consumers shift into the secondary consumers, or secondary consumers also called as a third trophic levels or carnivorous. So we will see that the plants are consumed by herbivorous and herbivorous are consumed by carnivorous. So we all know there are the different types of animals and plants live in a earth or by in our ecosystem. So carnivorous are the strongly than herbivorous because they carnivorous are the predator and herbivorous are the prey, like that. The grasshoppers eat by the birds, then cow eat by the wolf, and zooplankton eat by the fishes, like that. The secondary consumers and secondary consumers lastly shift into the tertiary consumers, which is the fire which is the second last trophic levels, which is also known as the four trophic levels or top carnivorous. So top carnivores including the top of the carnivores, which is omnivorous or carnivorous, which is lion or man. We we also know that the man is one of the smartest animals in the ecosystem, and they control all the metabolic activities, including all the including his life and growth and reproduction, and they survive against the all the important plants and animals. So man or human beings having the cranial capacity is large and the smart minded, so they is a king or the largest and smartest animals in all of the below the all of the plants and animals. So so I repeated some short things. So primary producers are consumed by primary consumers. Primary consumers are consumed by secondary consumers, and secondary consumer consumed by tertiary consumers. So primary producers also called as plants, and primary and second trophic level include herbivorous. So primary consumers also known as herbivorous because herbivorous are consume a plants, therefore which is called as the primary consumers. Then herbivorous are consumed by carnivorous, which is third trophic level or secondary consumers. Okay, and lastly we show the top carnivores include the tertiary consumers, include man and lion. And after that, after sometimes the mans and lions, the lifespan is completed, then they environmentally and drastically they or naturally they dead. So dead organic decaying matter, detritus. So dead decaying matter are decomposed by the detritus organisms, including bacteria. These are the bacteria are decomposers or detritus which decompose the decaying matter. Okay, so these are the diagrammatic representation of trophic levels in a ecosystem. I hope you like this small propagating the chart. Okay, thank you.